Welcome, young millionaires. Mike Cameron here. Cameron Academy of Real Estate, Cameron Realty Group, Confessions of a Young Millionaire. Today I want to talk about something very important, should be important to all of us. It's the steps towards obtaining a Florida real estate sales associate license, and I'm going to simplify it. I'm going to make it super easy for you guys. 5 steps. Let's get into it. Step number 1 is taking your pre-license course for sales associate with CARE. Cameron Academy of Real Estate, the #1 real estate school in Central Florida, hands down. We have over 1,500 5-star organic, authentic Google reviews. So check us out, read the reviews, hear what people are saying. We really care about our students. We truly look out for you guys and fully prepare you for your state exam. We have courses on site or online. If you want to find out more about our company, then visit our website, which is www.thecameronacademy.com, or if you want to speak with a live person, then you can call 407-CAMERON, once again 407-CAMERON, and we'll be able to help you out and get you on track. Now, this is required by the state because upon successful completion of our course, which requires taking a final exam, we give you a certificate. You need the certificate to take the state exam. So step number 2 is simultaneously, while you're taking our course, you want to submit fingerprints and application. So fingerprints are required first, at least that's what the state says. Even though there's no way to prevent you from submitting your application first, and some people like to do that, it could possibly hold things up a little bit if they find out you submitted your application first, but they will keep it on file until they receive the fingerprints, and they will not touch your application until the fingerprints have been submitted. So I would advise you to submit your fingerprints first, but I'll really leave that in your hands and you can decide moving forward. Now, once you clear a level 2 background check, then they're going to touch that application and go through it and verify and make sure you disclose all the history that you have and verify all your personal information and basically register, become a client with the Beeper. And after you're done with the application, fingerprints, and you finally get approved, they're gonna give you a 9-digit code. You need the 9-digit code to schedule your state exam through the national testing vendor. But keep in mind, for a final exam, you have to successfully pass that, earn a certificate before you're eligible to take your state exam. When you go to the testing site, and by the way, the website for scheduling your state exam is pearsonvue.com. Okay, you spell it in a particular way. It's like pear, pearsonvue.com, and you're going to use that email with all that login information to create an account, 9-digit code, so you can open up a calendar and see available times and dates. And my recommendation for taking your state exam, in preparation for that state exam, of course, after a successful completion of our course, is no longer than 2 weeks to prepare for your state exam. Keep in mind that I'm assuming that you're actually going to be studying the whole time, and no longer than a week before you take our final exam, and we have scheduling for that as well. So that's the gist of it. Once you complete those 5 steps, let's run through it once again. Pre-license course with Cameron Academy of Real Estate, fingerprints, application, final exam for said pre-license course, and state exam. You have a real estate license in your pocket. Well, actually, it's via email. And then you can print it out, make as many copies as you like, put it in your portfolio, put it in your, attach it to a resume, whatever you want to do, put it in your wallet, and you can laminate it and so forth as prima facie evidence that you have a real estate license. Now, you're probably wondering, man, what are all the fees for all of that? It sounds expensive. Well, I'll just tell you, we're one of the most affordable schools in Central Florida. Do your research. I've heard classes as much as $1,000. We're only $395 for a 2-week course. And we always have some type of promotion or discount going on. If you're in the military, if you're a senior citizen, then we can provide additional discounts. We price match all kinds of great stuff. So $395, let's just assume that that's the price for our pre-licensed class, all materials included. Your application is going to be $83.75. $83.75 is currently what it is, but that is subject to change. Your fingerprints, it really depends on where you go to get your fingerprints done. The gentleman that does fingerprints at our academy on the first Thursday of every course he charges $90 to $95. Okay, so I think that's affordable based on his service, running a level 2 background check, secure system, secure company, fully accredited and approved by the state. So, I mean, I think that's important. You're providing this individual and this company with your identity, so you got to be wise about who you give that information to. And then to schedule your state exam through Pearson VUE is $37.50. Currently, $37.50. Now, there are additional costs that you can run into. If you don't pass your state exam, then you have to reschedule and you have to wait at least 24 hours to do so, and it's another $37.50. If you want to schedule a review of the test you failed, where you can go back to the testing site and they give you an hour and a half to look over the test you failed and see all the answers you got wrong, all the questions you got wrong, excuse me, and the answers, the correct answers to those questions. I think that's currently $35 unless they've changed the price, but it should be around that range, so not that expensive and extremely useful. So there you have it. I mean, those are the fees to basically jumpstart your career, at least to get your real estate license. Now, once you actually get the license, your status is going to be voluntary inactive. So how do you change your status from voluntary inactive to active? Well, you have to find an employing broker or owner-developer to hang your license with. Just keep in mind, if you are active with a broker, let's just say a Cameron Realty Group, then you're most likely going to have to obtain membership with the National Association of Realtors. And we are a current member of this Realtor Association, and we do require our associates to join. This could be an additional cost. Could be about $1,500 initially, and about $500 every year after that in dues, membership dues. But you really have to think about what it's going to cost you not to have the membership versus what it's actually going to cost you to get it. Now, keep in mind that it might be 6 months before you get your first deal in the real estate industry. I'm going to be real with you. Could you get a deal right out the gate? Of course you can. Cameron Realty Group provides you with leads. I'm not guaranteeing employment. I'm not recruiting right now, but I'm going to tell you this. If you are one of my agents, I provide you with a lead. You'd have to chase down that lead. And currently, our agents are doing very well with the leads. And I invest a lot of money into it. So I expect you to do the work, and the work will pay off. And if you close on it, then there's a commission split, and the commission split, whatever your commission will be, will contribute towards those membership dues. So it's all about what you put into it. Now, if you want to be a part-time real estate agent, it's going to be very difficult for you guys to get started unless you tap into your sphere of influence. Your sphere of influence is very important to you. Your net work is your net worth, as they say, and it's going to be very useful for you if you're just starting out. Whether or not you're a part-time real estate agent, which I don't advise, I think this is an amazing career, and I think you should go full force into it. But I understand you need something consistent to pay the bills, and don't let that go. Don't jump right into this new career if you don't think that you can handle paying the bills for the next 6 months, because you never know. You never know. I know agents that start right out the gate and become very successful, and they never look back. And I know other agents that it takes them a very long time to get a deal. So depending on which category you fall into, I just say to hedge your bets, be careful, and prepare for the worst. If you're going into timeshare, just some personal advice. Timeshare, you don't have to get the membership with the Association of Realtors. That could save you some money. But keep in mind that this is a video that's catering to the Central Florida market. All right? Or you could sell timeshare in Miami, but I'm going to tell you, I mean, if you're selling timeshare in Orlando, we are the godfathers. We are the originators of timeshare. And timeshare, for the most part, started here, and because of all the attractions, we're the #1 vacation destination in the entire world. So I'll leave that in your hands as to whether or not you want to take advantage. But if you're watching this from out of state, there's no law that requires for you to be a Florida resident to obtain a Florida Real Estate Sales Associate license. There's no law that requires that you're a U.S. citizen. You need to be a citizen to obtain a Florida Real Estate Sales Associate license. But you do need a Social Security number. And the reasoning that they provide you with, at least the state, and what I've seen based on providing instruction, is to make sure in compliance with child support obligations. Now, let's be honest with one another. We know that's not the truth. We know it's to make sure legal to work in this country and you pay your fair share of taxes, right? Only two things guaranteed to us in life, and taxes is one of them. You can figure out the rest. So that's my piece. I wanted to give you the 5 steps towards getting your real estate license. I wanted to give you the fees, and I wanted to give you some insight of what it takes to kind of jumpstart your career. We're starting something very new at the Academy, and I'm super excited about it. I want you to call and find out some options on tuition, and I want to tell you guys about it in person. So if you call the school, super excited about it. We're doing something differently from any other school in the state of Florida, and that's why we're the #1 real estate school in Central Florida. Cameron Academy of Real Estate signing off. Have a blessed and beautiful, productive day, and watch out for Irma because she's a-coming.